Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone to do a second date update today met the guy that she wants to call at the grocery store.
I never think that actually happens.
Oh, it happens. I actually got a phone number at the grocery store not that long ago.
That's awesome.
And I didn't even have to talk to the girl. I was behind her in line at the checkout counter, and the checker asked her for her rewards card number. And as she gave her rewards card number to the checker, I took it down in my phone behind her.
Oh my God, that's so creepy.
So creepy, but it's effective, and it worked. I did try to text her later and got nothing in response, which I thought was very rude. But apparently, yeah, some guy came up to Chelsea in the grocery store and asked her for her number. Hey, Chelsea, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. So are you disappointed that he didn't do it like I did?
Yeah, that would have been surprisingly romantic.
Yeah, no
It
kidding,
is.
right?
Yep.
I think what's even more shocking about a guy asking you out in the grocery store is that you actually found him attractive.
Well, I know, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of amazing.
Why is that? Are all guys at grocery stores ugly or something?
No, just like the likelihood of you getting asked out at a grocery store is going to be by like some 50-year-old divorced dad that's kind of creepy. Like
Really?
that it's actually someone.
Where do you shop? Because I see like single dudes in the grocery store all the time.
All ages.
Well, yeah, but anytime, I mean, I get hit on in the grocery store all the time, but chances are it's just not going to be someone I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like a creep who's coming up to you talking about how to test melons or something. Like, you want to let you know how these melons are ripe?
Okay, that's not unlike the conversation that me and this guy had.
What?
Really?
He did not pull a melon line on you.
It wasn't about melons. He brought up avocados and how he was having issues with them.
Completely different than what I was saying. You're right.
He was like riding the struggle bus about avocados. He was standing there with like two avocados in his hands, like looking back and forth and like not knowing how to tell if they were ripe. And I helped him with it.
I will
Okay.
say,
So he didn't approach you going, hey, you know how to squeeze these things properly? You actually saw him having trouble and helped him out.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. And when did you guys actually exchange numbers and stuff?
Well, I sort of helped him with avocados and we laughed a little bit and then I went away and kept grocery shopping. And then we ran into each other in a different part of the store. And he said something really like, I still don't know about avocados. Like, it was horribly done, but very endearing, because it was clear he just wanted to talk more. So I was like, oh, I could help you with that anytime. I'm a much better flirt than he is.
I don't know why this is turning me on, but it is.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So you had, it just sounds like an awkward exchange that you guys had.
It was like charmingly awkward.
Okay.
It was like, okay, we're obviously attracted to each other, but don't know each other well enough to say anything.
yeah.
So we'll talk about avocados.
Did he ask for your number then?
He did.
So tell us about your date when you guys actually went out, or was the whole date at the grocery store?
No, we just went on a coffee date. It was nice. He took me to this little like independent place I hadn't been before. And I thought it went really well. We had a lot of like easy flowing conversation. We both have like a few different weird jobs. Like he works as a professional dog walker.
Dude, those guys are impressive.
And I work as a clown.
What? You're a clown.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You currently work as a clown?
Yeah, I currently work as a clown. I mean, not like currently, like this morning. I'm not dressed in clown clothes right now.
Oh, interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've never met a clown before.
Yeah.
Did he think that was really cool?
Yeah, he thought it was fun. I told him some like funny stories about things that the kids say, and he's told me like silly things that his dogs have done. And
That sounds so boring.
Yeah,
I don't say.
it really does.
I love kids and dogs. Just saying.
I wish I could have been there for your conversation.
yeah, it was great.
So you guys bonded over your jobs.
Yeah, our weird jobs.
Okay.
It was nice. It was really nice. And he was just like a good guy.
If everything went really well, why do you think he's not calling you back?
I'm not really sure. The only thing that I could really think of was that I said that I wasn't necessarily interested in getting married anytime soon. And I wonder if maybe he was like, that's like what he's on his mind, so we're just in different places.
How did you say it, though? Did you harp on it? Was the whole thing like, oh, God, and I'm not interested in getting married ever?
No. I wasn't like, my parents hate each other and left because they don't love me. I wasn't like weird about it. I was just like,
the reason I don't want to get married is because I had a bad example of love growing up.
right, yeah, like I wasn't like a crazy person. I was just like, I have a lot of things I want to do in my life before I settle down and get married.
Did he seem awkward after you said it?
At the time, I didn't think of him as being awkward, but looking back on it, I'm like, I said that, and then I don't know how he feels about it. Is that because he like quickly changed the subject or something? And I'm just not really exactly, I don't quite have a handle on it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's too bad. You might be overthinking that a bit. How many times have you tried to get a hold of him?
Twice. I texted him the day after our date, and he texted me back and was just like, oh, I'm really busy this weekend. And then I texted him the next week, and he didn't text me back at all.
Okay, so you haven't heard anything from him since that second text?
Mm-mm.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the mornings, second date update.
Call now to win a $1,000 cash crate.
1-866-MOVE-925.
Chelsea is on the phone with us, and today she wants to call a guy named Greg. They met at the grocery store, bonded over some avocados, ended up going out for coffee, and now he's not calling her back, and she has no idea why. Chelsea, I have a really good idea for you, actually.
What is it?
I say you don't do the second date update, okay?
Why?
I think a better idea is to go back to that grocery store every single day and wait by the avocados. Just like pull up a chair next to the avocados until he comes up to buy some and ask him to explain himself in person.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I could be holding 2 avocados and weeping over them.
Exactly.
Everybody going into the store. Look, there's the sad avocado lady again.
Imagine his surprise when he walks up and sees you camped out by the avocados.
Yeah, guys love that.
He'll definitely go on another date with you then.
All right, well, never mind. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to dial the phone number right now. Any last thoughts before we get him on the phone?
No, I don't think so. I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get your second date update.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Greg, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Greg, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, what's that?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show. How are you?
I'm okay. What's this about?
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Basically, if somebody goes out on a date and they get blown off, they email us and ask if we can get the other person on the phone to find out why. The girl that you went out with, her name is Chelsea.
Okay.
She told us a little bit about how you guys first met at the grocery store. She helped you with avocados, and then you asked for her number, and you guys went to coffee.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Okay. Did you not like her? Because it sounds like from the tone of your voice right now, it sounds like you didn't really like Chelsea very much.
No, it's not that I didn't like her. Just a weird phone call to talk about the date.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. Can you tell us a little bit about it, though? She really wants to know why you're not calling her back.
I guess I could tell you guys about it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So she told us about your date and said that, in her opinion, everything went great, but she hasn't heard from you. Can you explain the date to me a little bit in your words?
Yeah, she was really nice, and the date was going really great until she basically just got a little weird. She said something, and I couldn't really shake it, and I feel bad, but yeah, it was just a little weird.
Was it about not wanting to get married anytime soon? Because she felt like that might be the issue.
Really? That's why she thought I didn't want to call her back?
Yeah, she thought maybe you were a guy that was like looking to find a wife right away or something, and that scared you off.
Oh my gosh. No, that was not what scared me away. I don't really even know how to say this. We were talking about our jobs and things that make us interesting, and I told her that I was a professional dog walker, and then she started saying things that made her interesting, and like, I work part-time as a clown, I work in the medical industry part-time, I'm a swinger, and I do calligraphy, and she kept
What?
going.
Slow down. What
Back
did
up
you
a little
just say?
bit.
No way.
No, that was my exact reaction. I was just so taken aback, and so I asked her. I was like, "Wait! You're talking about like swing dancing, right?" And she said, "No, you are thinking about the right thing." And then she just tried to keep going, and I could not drop it. It like completely changed.
Oh my God.
That's not something that you usually casually drop in a conversation. Like, yeah, I walk dogs, and then I have sex with lots of people, and then also...
She lumped it in with calligraphy,
Yeah.
for God's sakes.
I couldn't even, I couldn't change the way I looked at her after that the rest of the date.
So you're not into dating swingers?
No, I mean, it's not something that I actively seek. I'm definitely looking for a long-term monogamous relationship, and I mean, she just said it so casually, it didn't seem like a big deal to her. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, what if I take her home to my parents and she wants to sleep with my dad? You know, like...
I guess I've never thought about that before, yeah, but I guess if you're dating a swinger, you bring her home, some fun things, interesting things could happen.
It weirded me out, and I mean, she's a sweet girl, and I feel bad, but I just couldn't drop it after that.
That's understandable, Greg. Greg, I also need to tell you something.
What's that?
Chelsea is actually on the other line listening right now.
What?
Yeah. Chelsea, are you there?
Yep.
Chelsea.
How's it going, Chelsea?
I guess I'm just like, why didn't you say anything? We could have talked about it. You could have asked me questions. I would have been like, no, I'm not a psychopath who's going to try and sleep with your father.
I didn't know what kind of questions to ask you about that. You just said it so casually and nonchalant. Like, I've just never met a swinger before, and it totally shocked me.
Okay, first of all, you've definitely met one before. They just didn't tell you about it.
That's a very good point, Chelsea.
Yeah. And second of all, never having met someone doesn't mean that they're bad. You know, there's...
I didn't think of it as bad. I don't think you're a bad person. It's just honestly not the lifestyle that I'm into, and I'm sorry I wasn't upfront with you about that at the date.
Chelsea, do you always bring it up in that manner on first dates?
Not necessarily, but at the same time, I think it's better than, like, bringing it on somebody after going out for a while where they have all these assumptions.
Yeah, like you
I'd
guys
rather
are...
get it out of the way in the beginning and be honest, and then that way, if they do freak out, then I haven't gotten, like...
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Until you guys are like a couple months in, you're like, okay, it's finally time to meet my friends. Oh, and by the way, you're going to have sex with all my friends, too.
Right. But again, you wouldn't have to, like...
Well, it's just ignorance. I don't think any of us really understand the swinging lifestyle. I've never been a part of it. It's always interested me. I think it's really cool that you're willing to do that, but I don't know anything about it, so that's just what I assume.
I think what's surprising to me is that it didn't cross your mind that could be a potential reason why he's not calling you back.
Well, yeah, no, I guess it didn't, because he didn't really have a reaction to it. Like, I told him all that stuff, and he was like, oh, a clown, eh? Like...
That makes sense, then.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to focus on that, because it made me totally uncomfortable. I didn't know what to say about it. I appreciate the fact that you said it on the first date, and but I couldn't let it go.
I mean, I think that the thing is that it's more about options than anything else. It's about the fact that you're not like, we have to do this and you have to sleep with these people, but you're like, okay, well, do we want to be monogamous right now? Sure. Do we want to swing right now? Sure. Do you want to go on a date with someone else right now? Sure. Like 20 years from now, when you're bored with the sex with your current partner, that doesn't mean you have to break up. It means you have other options.
Greg, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to beg you to say yes to this, okay? Would you like to go on a second date with Chelsea? I will pay for it.
She was like, I want to be there.
You know what? Honestly, like, maybe I could be a little more open-minded, and
of course,
I would like to go on a second date.
Yes!
I would.
Awesome.
I'm really actually very surprised that you just said that.
Yeah.
Too.
Chelsea, are you cool with going out on another date with Greg? Maybe tell him a little bit more about your lifestyle so he can understand it more?
Sure, if only to help spread the gospel of consensual non-monogamy.
Consensual non-monogamy, I like that term.
it does have a nice ring to it.
All right, well, awesome. We'll send you guys out again.
All right, great.
I got this great restaurant you go to. You put your keys at the door in a bowl.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
101.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Surefire way to scare off a guy on a first date. Tell him that you want to have his babies ASAP.
Shut up. No one says
Right
that.
there on the first date. And that's what Lindsay did during her first date, and that's why she thinks she's not getting a call back. Right, Lindsay?
Oh, my.
No, I didn't say that. No.
Your email said that that's the reason you think he's not calling you back, though, because it may have seemed like you wanted to have babies, like, right away.
No, I never really came out and said that, but it was like part of the conversation.
Oh.
And I'm thinking that might be the only thing that he could have, like, gotten weird about.
How does that even come up? Are you, like, talking about your biological clock and how you don't have much time left?
Oh, my God. No, not at all. No.
All right, before we get into the baby talk, tell us how you met this guy.
Okay, so I met John through my friends at work. He used to work with them, and now he doesn't anymore, but they still like him. And I don't know, I've sort of been recently single, and I don't know, they were like, hey, we know this guy, he's cute, he's a little shy, what do you think? And I was like, sure, why not, like, great. So we got each other's numbers, and, like, we texted for, like, a day or two. We talked on the phone, and he seemed really nice, and he was really sweet, and then we went to dinner.
Okay, and he seemed equally excited about all this?
Yeah, I mean, he's shy, but I'm not, like, whoa, crazy, so I didn't think it was that, I didn't think that was, like, going to be too much or whatever. I don't know. Dinner went well. Like, talked about, like, a lot about his family, how he's close with his family. The one thing that I loved was that he didn't talk about his ex at all. And the last guy I dated, like, all he did was talk about his ex, and it was the worst.
Yeah,
Did you bring that up at dinner? Like, oh my God, the last guy.
No, I just paid attention to it. I was like, oh, he never brought up an ex-girlfriend. Oh, that is so great.
Nice.
All right, so tell us about the kids thing. Why do you think he's not calling you back because of that? What'd you say?
Well, we were talking about our family, and like he was like asking me about trips, and I was like, oh, I just got back from visiting my sister. I hung out with my niece and my nephew, and they're 2 and 3, and they're so adorable. Like, my niece is so cute, she wants to wear a princess dress, and like I wore a princess dress with her, and I talked all about that. And my nephew, like, he really has these little action figure guys, and I played with it. Like, it was just, I don't know, I just had the best time hanging out with them.
That's cute.
And after a little while, I realized, oh my God, I've been talking about my niece and nephew for like 10 minutes. I was like, oh.
Were you also showing him pictures on your phone?
Actually, I wasn't too bad about that. I only showed him a couple of pictures.
Just a few.
Only a couple.
All right, I can understand that. If I was on a date with you and you just kept talking about your niece and nephew for a really long time, the kind of guy I am, I would have been like, she wants to have a family, like, right away. It would have definitely scared me a little bit.
I don't know, but I don't know. But then, when dinner was over, he said, I don't want this to be over. Do you want to go for a walk?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, that's great.
So we sort of walked around for a while. Like, we just talked some more, and it was cool. And then he's like, all right, I got to go. And then he walked me to my car, and I said, okay, hey, well, text me. And then he was, like, really polite, like, said goodnight. But I thought, it was still kind of early. I thought we'd hang out more. There was no kiss.
Yeah, no, do you think that he was trying to get a kiss? Because I always think when a guy says, let's go for a walk, that's code for give me a little bit more time so I can work up my courage and maybe I can make this happen.
Wait for a moment.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he is really shy, like, that's for sure. So I thought, well, maybe he wanted to but didn't know how. And I thought, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be aggressive with this guy because I already talked about my niece and my nephew. So I didn't try to kiss him, or I didn't, like, lean up against the car and, like, look at him in a way that, you could.
How did you guys part ways?
He was like, good night. That was kind of it. And he was really polite about it.
All right. Peace. See you later. That was a fun walk. Have a good life. So he hasn't talked to you at all since the date?
It's been 3 days, and I didn't hear from him at all. I texted him, but just one. I didn't go crazy. It was just one text that was just like, hey, had a really great time. So nice to meet you. That was pretty much it. And then still haven't heard back, and like, nothing.
3 days isn't a really long time. Are you sure you still want to do a second date update and not give it a couple more days? I mean,
yeah, like, in my book, like, if a guy doesn't make plans in the next, I don't know, 48 hours, then there's something going on.
Okay. Well, play a song, come back, call him, and find out if something is going on. And get your second date update right after this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Lindsay is on the phone with us, and today she wants to call a guy named John. They were set up through mutual friends. They went out on a date, had a good time. She thinks the reason that she's not getting a call back is because she spent a good amount of the date talking about her nieces and nephews, like to the point where it may have seemed like she wants to have kids right away, and she thinks she could have scared him off. It's been 3 days since they had their date. He hasn't talked to her at all. And Lindsay, I think you might be jumping the gun. Here's what I think happened.
Okay, what do you think happened?
I think that after your date, he wanted to impress you so bad, he booked a flight to Ethiopia and has been adopting a kid ever since. And you just got to wait, a couple weeks for him to clear customs, come back with the kid to impress you, and you have an instant family. Yeah? No?
That would be very impressive if someone did that.
Yeah. Well, he sounds like an impressive guy because you liked him a lot.
And have you heard from your friends? Like, they've heard anything from him?
No, like nobody seems to know anything. I mean, that's kind of why I called you guys.
Okay.
I'll dial the phone number and get him on the phone and find out if something did go wrong on your date, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to John, please?
This is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Why are you calling?
I'm calling because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners, and they asked if we could get you on the phone.
What?
Yeah, you recently went out on a date with a girl named Lindsay, and Lindsay emailed us and said that she really liked you, but since the date, you haven't answered any of her texts or anything, so she thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not calling her back.
Wow. I'm sorry. This is weird.
Yeah, it's a segment we do on our show regularly called the Second Date Update. Basically, the question is, did Lindsay do something wrong on her date with you?
I mean, I don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it? That's not a good response.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
Keep in mind, she's the one that asked us to do this, so, she wants to hear it and at least know what you did wrong when you guys went out.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe you.
Believe me about what? That she wanted us to call you?
Well, yeah, I don't know why that would be a thing.
Maybe it'll help a little bit if I just tell you what we know, and then you can confirm or deny whatever, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so she said that you guys were hooked up like through mutual friends. You went out for dinner, and then you went for a walk after. She also said that at one point she was talking a lot about her nieces and nephews and felt like that could have made you feel like she wanted kids right away, and that's why she thinks you're not calling her back, like she scared you off.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we're walking and we're clicking and the conversation's really flowing. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a little while, I turned my head and she was just gone. And I didn't know really where she was, but I finally found her, and it was like 30 feet behind me. And I saw her pull this like small camera out of her purse, and she was with a woman and her baby. And all of a sudden, she takes a picture of the baby.
What?
And I'm like, okay.
Wait, slow
weird.
down. There was like a stranger on the street that she ran into that happened to have a baby, and you saw her taking pictures of a stranger's baby?
I didn't know if that was a stranger or if somebody that she knew. I mean, I was just really confused by what was happening.
Did you get the answer to that? Was it somebody she knew?
No, not at all. I mean, she handed her something, and so she finally came back, and I asked her like what that was about.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, did you know those people? And why are you taking pictures of babies? And she says, oh, well, she writes a baby blog like on the side or something. And she takes pictures of babies, for that blog. And out loud, I was like, oh, cool. But inside, I was like, oh, weird.
So she has a baby blog, but she doesn't even have her own babies.
Right. I'm not the only person that thinks that's a little out there.
And baby bloggers,
odd.
I'm sorry, since I've had a kid, they are the craziest group of people ever.
Well, I don't know about that, but afterward, she willingly just, kind of showed me some baby pictures on her blog that she had taken from, I don't know, maybe other dates she'd been on. I have no idea.
That's interesting. A woman could do that. A guy has a baby blog like that. He's getting 15 years in prison.
Is she a professional photographer or something, and she makes money for photographing kids?
I didn't get that from that because the small camera that she pulled out of her purse was like something that you could pick up at, I don't know, some random store. It wasn't like a professional camera, which made me think, who is this girl?
Oh my God! She's got a throwaway
God,
camera?
I'd report her to police if some stranger was taking pictures of my kid on the street. I wouldn't be cool with that at all.
Yeah, and I kind of wasn't. So I was like, all right. It was just random and weird.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. That's kind of strange to just take pictures of strangers' babies to post them on the internets.
I have never seen that in my life, let alone on a date.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I also want to let you know that she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Wait, she's what?
She's listening to this phone call right now.
Why?
So you can ask her about the blog if you want.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
No,
not.
he's not kidding you. I'm on the line.
Oh my God.
First of all, I don't appreciate everybody making fun of this blog. It's a side business. There's nothing creepy about it. Babies are cute. I mean, everyone likes cute things. When I see a cute baby, of course I'm going to take a picture of it because I'm getting more content for my blog. It doesn't seem that weird of a thing.
It is weird.
People have pet blogs. People have craft blogs. All kinds of things. I have a cute baby blog. Whatever. It's something I like to do. And, I make money from it. It's very adorable and whatever. And, who doesn't like babies? Oh, my God.
Okay, Lindsay.
I mean, okay. Whatever, John. Whatever. You don't like babies. What the heck?
I didn't even know you were on the phone, okay? I didn't even ask to be a part of it.
Well, yeah, of course I'm on the phone. I wanted to find out what happened. Seemed like we hit it off. Everything was cool. And then all of a sudden it wasn't. And then you bring out this reason. You could have been like, oh, that's weird. I don't understand your blog. What is that about? But you didn't. You just apparently just got all freaked out.
Don't blame me. I mean, they called me and I just told them the story and I just told them what happened. So I don't understand why you're copying attitude with me.
I'm not copying attitude, John.
Wait, why are you yelling at me? I mean, you're the one who wants all the babies. So
Was it the blog,
down.
John, or was it the fact that you think that she wants to have kids right away? What's the bigger deal for you?
I mean, I really don't understand. It's just a very awkward thing to do to just stop.
Oh my God,
walking.
I'm not. I'm right here. I'm right here. You could just ask me, what is it that you do if you're that confused by it? I can just tell you. I mean, I explained it to you before. It's not that weird. There was a baby. The baby was adorable. And, I was like, oh, I'll get this content for my blog. It's something I do on the side. Everyone has hobbies and things they do. This is, a side job for me. So, that's what I was doing.
Lindsay, I gotta say, I'm a mother, and if someone stopped me on the street and pulled out a little tiny camera from their purse and started taking pictures of my baby, I would freak out on you.
But I gave her my business card. She saw that it was legitimate. It's a real thing. So,
but why, if you know that people freak out about it, why not wait till after the date or when you're not on a date to do it?
Oh my God, why are you not listening to me? I saw a beautiful baby and I took the picture.
That's the best way to describe taking a baby picture ever. I appreciate you, Lindsay, and, that's your blog, it's your side business. But I could see where John's coming from, or maybe you want to, wait and do that on your own time, not during the date necessarily.
I see both sides.
Just stop judging me.
Oh my God, he's the only one on the he's on your side.
Right.
He's not on my side. He's ignorant like the rest of you idiots there.
All right, I think you're getting a little defensive, Lindsay.
No, I'm standing up for what I believe in. So if you hate babies, then just go yourself.
Lindsay, I don't necessarily like babies. I don't. I probably would not be a regular reader to your blog. After that, though, I will ask you, John, would you like to go on a second date with Lindsay? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't want to go on a f***ing date with you either. God, you don't like kids. You don't like babies. I would never go on a date with a baby hater like you, John.
Okay, once again, I do not hate babies. It's just what happened on the date. It's you. It's not the babies. It's you.
Whatever. Just grow a pair.
Grow a pair. A little baby pair. Lindsay, thank you for doing the second date update. I'm sorry it did not go like you wanted it to go.
Yeah, whatever. I bet you're sorry. You don't seem sorry.
But, hey, Lindsay, do you want to give out your blog real quick so people can go read about the babies?
Oh, you.
.com or .org?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, wow, no wonder that chick is single. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. Lindsay wanted to call a guy named John. He wasn't calling her back after their date. We got him on the phone and found out the reason why is during their date, she would run up to people with a kid and ask to take a picture of their kid. That was confusing to him, so he asked her why, and apparently she has a baby blog. So she just takes pictures of random people's kids and then puts it on her baby blog, and that weirded him out a little bit.
Yeah, a person having a baby blog without a baby is strange.
Yeah.
It would be like being the dog expert, but not having a dog.
Somebody texted in and said there's liking babies, there's loving babies, and then there's Lindsay from the second date update.
Seriously, dude.
She is baby obsessed.
Yeah.
It's weird. And it's happened in my family. I know I was with my little nephew Mateo once, and he has really curly hair, and somebody comes up and oh my gosh, can I touch his hair? And you're like, why?
No,
He's
don't
two.
touch
Get away
him.
from
He's
me.
not a doll that you get to play with.
People get so weird when it comes to kids. They just come up and want to touch them, or a pregnant woman, they just come up and rub her belly out of the blue if you don't know her.
thing.
Hands off other people's babies.
Isn't that weird? You do have to say that, though.
Yeah. You really actually do. You shouldn't have to have a disclaimer on that, but
Hands off.
text in at 78592 that says crazy baby lady is worse than crazy cat lady.
She's just collecting other people's babies in her apartment.
Yep. So they did not go out again.
Good.
He didn't want to go out with her because of her weird obsession with babies. And she got heated, too.
Turned on us, dude.
Who knew somebody that has a baby blog could have so much fire in them?
A lot of people are hating on me because I said that I think it's weird that she took a picture without, just of a random kid on the street.
That is weird.
And I think that. I'm sorry. I understand that she asked permission. I still think it's weird to even ask for permission.
It's not your kid.
Yeah.
Don't take a picture of it and then post it online. That's very strange.
It is strange.
So anyway, they agreed not to go out or probably ever talk again. But I have subscribed to her baby blog, and it's fantastic.
You have?
There's so
Okay.
many cute pics. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, just email the show. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5 presents Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, a lot of times when we do second date updates, the person on the phone has waited like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or even years sometimes before contacting us to get their date on the phone. Well, today's second dater is a little different.
Why is that?
They've waited extra long.
10 years?
2 days.
Oh, whoa.
2 days.
Slow your
And
roll, man.
they say they need to get this person on the phone and find out why they're not calling them back. I think that's a little premature, but let's talk to him. Brad, what's up?
Hey, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Yeah.
All right, so Brad, jumping the gun a little bit after only 2 days, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but it was just weird how things ended up going down, and I'm afraid if I wait longer than 2 days, I might really lose her, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, why not? Hey, you know what? Should have done it right after the date, in my opinion. You waited way, seriously should have called us on the way home from the date and see if we could have done a second date update right there.
I would have.
What's her name?
Her name's Monica.
Monica, and where did you meet Monica at?
We met at a mutual friend's house party. We were on the same flip cup team. So that's kind of how I got to know her.
How did you ask her out?
I didn't ask her out. We just played a couple rounds of flip cup, and then we were hanging out. We were talking, and she actually asked me. She's like, I don't live too far from here. Would you mind walking me home? And I was like, absolutely. So I thought things were going pretty good.
So wait, so Brad, is this the date? I mean, your date is you guys got drunk together at a house party. I mean, which is fine, but you drank together at a house party and then you walked her home?
Essentially, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and why do you think she's not calling you back after that? And why do you think she should call you back after that? Doesn't sound like that awesome of a date.
Yeah.
Well, we were walking home, and we were both decently drunk, and we decided to stop into a convenience store for some snacks, right? So we go in there, and it was really funny. We started playing like tag in between the aisles and going around and playing with different stuff. And I guess it was the alcohol in me. I don't usually do this, but like I grabbed one of these big like suckers, like the lollipops, and I was like, in a baby voice, I was like, "Would baby like a Wowie pop?" It sounds so stupid when I actually say it to normal people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be funny. It could be funny in the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, and I think that's how she received it, because she responded to me. She was like, "No, baby would not like a lollipop."
You guys are walking around with lollipops.
Yeah.
So I figured, she was okay with that. So we just kind of kept playing, and we just started hooking up right there.
Whoa, all right. Was that filled with baby talk too?
Yeah, there might have been. There was more drinking involved, so there definitely might have been more baby talk.
Oh my
Wonderful.
gosh. I mean, it's okay if it's coming from both parties, I feel like, but it's not okay if it's just coming from you consistently, Brad.
Exactly. I agree with that. And she was definitely reiterating some things, but she wasn't. There was definitely baby talk on both parts. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What happened the next morning then?
I'm almost 30, so this is not new for me. Like, I've woken up in people's apartments before, so I wasn't necessarily out of my comfort element. But I rolled over to her and I tried to continue to the joke from the night prior, and I was like, "How's my little baby feeling?"
Oh,
I know.
that could be a big turn off. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're drunk the night before, but when you're sober and the reality of everything is setting in, that is quite the statement to wake up to, sir.
How did Widow Baby react? How did Widow Baby react?
She goes, she says to me, no joke, she goes, "Widow Baby is really tired."
Oh, you guys are
Okay.
still big babies, little babies, or whatever you are.
Once again, she's reiterating, clearly it's not weird. So I was like, all right, let me get up. I felt comfortable there. So I got up and started to, figure out breakfast and, what we were going to do. I thought we were going to, it was a continuation of our quote-unquote date. You know what I mean?
Did she kick you out? Did she ask you to leave?
No, she told me about a breakfast spot on the corner that she really liked the food from there. I was like, all right, let me run out, get some orange juice, get some breakfast stuff. So I grabbed all my things, and I left, and I came back, and the door was locked, and she was not answering.
What?
What?
She locked
Yeah.
you out of the house?
Yes, this is after, no problem in the morning. I left, no response.
Dude, that is cold-hearted, man.
That's random.
Exactly. So that's why I feel so weird, and I don't know what happened. And I was able to, touch base with a bunch of people from that party, and I was finally able to get her phone number, and she will not pick up calls either.
Okay, wait, hold on. What were you doing at her door? Were you yelling? Were you pounding on the door? Did you just knock once? What happened?
I started off by ringing the doorbell once, and then a couple times, and then I started calling for her. I don't know if she could hear me or not.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Well, you know what? That makes sense to me why 2 days would go by and you want to get a hold of her. Because, that's obviously a weird way to give somebody the brush off, just to lock them out of your house.
Yes, I feel so uncomfortable because of it.
Do you think there's any chance she just passed out again or something?
I mean, she locked the door, so I don't think so.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're about to do a second date update between two babies. It's really a first on the show. Not real babies, adult babies. Drunken adult babies, as a matter of fact. If you missed the first part of today's second date update, Brad is on the phone and he wants to call Monica. They met at a friend's party, hung out, got pretty drunk, and baby talked the whole night. They ended up going back to her place and hooking up, and then Baby talked a little bit in the morning before he left to go get some food. And then when he came back, the door was locked. She had locked him out, and it's been 2 days since he's heard from her, but he can't wait. He's got to do a second date update and find out why he was locked out of the house. All right, Brad, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go, man.
I feel bad for you, Brad, because I keep trying to think of like positive scenarios, like she passed out, or she got sick, or reason she could have locked the door, but still none of them circle back around to why she's not answering your phone calls.
Yeah.
I don't think she wants anything to do with you.
Yeah, don't say that. All right, well, let's just call her.
Okay. All right, we'll just get some proof for you.
Yeah, you guys are honestly just making me feel worse. Please just make that call.
All right. I'll dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Monica?
This is Monica. Who's this?
Hey, Monica. How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning?
Okay. Who are you?
He gets asked that.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people ask that question.
Wait, is there somebody else there?
Yeah, there's 2 other people here, as a matter of fact. There's 3 of us on the phone right now.
What is going on?
Well, it's a radio show called Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
And we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
All right.
And what that is it's where if you go out with someone on a date and then end up not talking to them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out why.
Okay.
Okay? So
Weird, right? It's a little weird.
yeah, it's a little strange.
A little weird, but all right. And what does this have to do with me?
This has to do with you because you hung out with a dude named Brad the other day.
Oh, this is about him?
You say him with such disdain.
Yeah, I'm not very happy with him.
Okay. Can you tell us why?
Because he's a son of a that's why.
Whoa!
Okay, we went to 0 to 60 real
Yeah.
quick there.
And I don't know his mother, so let's please keep her out of this.
Good point.
I'm just talking about the way he acted around me.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we talked to him, he only had nice things to say about you.
Really? Because he kind of stood me up.
Stood you up?
Yeah.
How did he stand you up? You locked him out.
He said, what? What? No.
Hey, I'm just a messenger.
We had what I thought was this really nice night together, and then he goes out for breakfast, and I'm putting breakfast in air quotes. You can't see me because he never came back.
What do you mean? He said that you locked him out of the house, and he couldn't get back.
Well, he's freaking lying to you because he never came back.
What?
He's like, oh, I'll get you orange juice. Oh, I'll get you your special cheese sandwich that you like. And, he's gone. And I was waiting there for, hours, and he never showed up.
What? Monica, I was at your door the entire time.
Who is...
Monica, that's Brad. He's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Wait, he's been listening to me?
Yeah, I have. I've heard everything you said, and I was standing at your door the entire time. Why would I just leave like that?
Why would you lie like that?
I didn't lie like that. I went to this place that you told me to go to. I got us both breakfast, exactly what you wanted. I came back, and it was locked. You locked me out.
Why would I lock you out? I was hungry.
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, my God.
So wait, who's lying here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Either someone got locked out or you didn't show back up, Brad.
He's the one that's lying.
No, she's lying right now.
This is so confusing.
I cannot believe this.
So wait, Monica, if he's the one that's lying... Wait, now I'm confusing myself.
Yeah, everybody's confused.
Okay, wait, hold on. Well, my question is, why didn't you answer any of his phone calls if you actually wanted to see him again?
He didn't text me until a day later. What, you don't come back? You just ditch somebody, and then a day later you're like, hey, Monica. No.
That was a little awkward. You locked me out. I didn't think you wanted to talk to me. I was really trying to say whatever little bit of hope I had left.
This makes no sense. Why?
You're telling me.
I would think one of you is lying, but you're both so passionate. One of you is a really good liar. That's all I have to say.
I mean, I'm not lying.
I'm not lying. I know for sure that I stood outside your door And
Where were you?
Exactly the same door that I left from.
What number did you go to?
I went to your number.
111.
Yeah, I wrote it down in my phone. It's right here. I'm going to pull it up. Hold on.
Brad? Hey, Brad. You go away. Are you there?
Left again.
Yeah, I guess I wrote down. What did you say the number was?
Uh-oh.
111.
Yeah, I wrote down the wrong number.
Oh, Brad.
That's the most epic.
Oh, man. Got to the bottom of it.
So wait, so Brad, you were at somebody else's door emphatically ringing it in the morning?
Yeah, with breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, man, that would have been the best morning for them if they would have just answered the door.
How embarrassing.
Oh, and how sad for you, Monica. This whole time you thought that he was just standing you up.
Oh, my God.
No wonder the door was locked.
I am so sorry, Monica.
Dude, what if the door hadn't been locked and he just walked into somebody else's apartment?
I feel like such an idiot. I can't believe that I got all worked up and it was my fault. Now we're on the radio. This is crazy.
I honestly thought you ditched me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I never would have done that, and I can totally see where you're coming from. You must have been so hungry.
Well, Monica, if you're still hungry, would you like to go on a second date with Brad? We will pay for it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh my God, this is the cutest.
I'm glad it was that simple.
This is such a huge relief. Thank you. I'm sorry. I won't let you down the second time. I'll make sure that I notate everything correctly. I am so sorry, and thank you for the opportunity. I really am thankful.
Well, it's okay. I'll just check your phone next time.
Okay.
Yeah. Wherever the place is, Monica's just going to get the address and drive you there, okay?
Yeah, good idea.
Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to help me out. Monica, I'm really looking forward to this.
Baby's looking forward to this, too.
Oh, boy.
Oh, creepy.
Baby's going to be in a wad of trouble next time.
I can't hear any more of this. I think it's illegal to air any more of this.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, I just threw up all over my car. Stop the baby talk.
Oh, yeah, that was okay.
Really bad. Talking about today's second date update, Brad wanted to call Monica. They met at a friend's party, ended up hanging out, getting kind of drunk, doing a lot of baby talk, they said. That was like their thing that night. And then they ended up hooking up. And in the morning, he went to go get some food, came back, and the door was locked. She had locked him out. And then he left, waited 2 days. He's like, called us, asked us to do a second date update and get her on the phone because he couldn't wait long. He's like, why did she lock me out? And the two of them argued back and forth. She thought that he just left and went to go get food and just took off.
Yeah.
He thought she locked him out. Turns out he went back to the wrong apartment.
Oops. You know, he learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
You don't write down an apartment number, you just take a picture of it.
Ooh, that's smart.
That's what I do with parking, man.
I just never thought of that.
Yes, you just take a photo.
Yeah, whenever I park at a spot that has a number on it, I take a photo of it. Because he wrote the number down in his phone, and while they're arguing, it was really confusing. I'm like, one of these people is a really good liar. Because both of them were completely convinced that the other one screwed them over. And then he checked his phone to see which apartment number it was, and he's like, oh, my bad.
I will say, this is like the first time maybe in second date update history that the two people were like normal.
Were they though?
Yeah.
They were baby talking back and forth.
yeah.
Is that normal to you, Jose? Because then we need another discussion.
Baby talk, I think, is normal to Jose.
Yeah.
What's your nickname? You and your girlfriend's nicknames for each other?
I'm Papa Bear, she's Mama Llama.
Exactly. If there's anybody who's cool with baby talk, it is definitely Jose.
He's like, that's totally normal.
Yeah, I'm like, what's everyone freaking out about? It's cute.
I mean, they were meant for each other because they both liked it.
Yeah.
Or they were meant for you. I'm not sure which, Jose.
So the couple in the second date update did do some baby talk at the end of it, and we had to let them go at that point. It's like, dude, just go on your date already.
We get it.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. It is Friday, and you know what that means.
Sure do.
Our little showman. He's getting ready in the other room. His jazz hands are flailing. He's thinking about putting on a sequin top. Trying to get the lighting right.
Yes.
Dancing around. He's getting ready. He's jumping up and down. Ready to bust in the studio door.
Yeah.
It's almost time for Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week. And that is coming up at 8:10.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The email we got in for today's second date update just said this in the subject line. It said, craziest night ever, with like 4 R's. So I know it had to have been crazy. And then I read the email and there was property damage involved. So I agree. Sounds like a pretty crazy night. I don't know if it's the craziest night ever, but let's find out. Natalie is on the phone. Natalie, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are y'all?
Oh my God, you've recovered from your craziest night ever, I take it?
Not totally. Like, I haven't fully recovered because the guy hasn't called me back.
Oh. Oh, man.
And what's his name?
Paul?
Paul? All right. And how did Paul give you the craziest night ever?
So, my birthday, do it in style. We were just going around town having drinks and then go to our last place. And Paul is the bartender there. He is giving us free shots. Like, basically, he's partying with us, like, the rest of the night. And it's super fun. And he's, like, so cute. And, like, he's, like, the dreamiest bartender.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, already you need to stop, okay? Paul is the dreamiest bartender to probably hordes of women. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but that night, he was all mine.
Okay.
So, how many free shots did you get?
I do not. I don't remember.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a really good night.
All right. So you clearly have a good memory of Paul the bartender.
Yeah, he had like these sleeves, like the arm sleeve tattoos. Oh, so yummy.
Oh my God, he has so many red flags for me right now. Like if you and I were best friends, I'd be like, leave it. Just let's move on.
Really?
Like, it was a good night, leave it as a good night.
Well, I'm glad we're not best friends then, Brooke, because we had a great time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, tell us about the rest of the night then. How did you, I'm assuming you finally talked to him and got his phone number and all that.
Well, yeah, we just stayed and hung out. The bar closed, and I asked him if he wanted to go home with me, and he was like, yeah. So we kicked it to my place. Problem was, I could not find my keys. Didn't realize till later that I left them with my friend Tanner. But yeah, no keys to get into my apartment, and I was, tipsy and ready, to move on with the night. So I told Paul to kick in my door, and
whoa,
he did, and he saved it. He kicked in the door. He's a strong man.
He really wanted to make that night happen too.
Yeah,
that is desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, this session's happening.
What happened after he kicked in the door?
Yeah, so then, we're, just making out, on the couch. It was nothing I'm ashamed of. We were just, having fun and, getting to know each other and kissing, and then I was tired, so I just passed out.
Oh, no! Too many shots!
So wait, how in the middle of making out were you when you passed out?
I don't know. I just remember making out, and then I remember waking up.
Okay.
And did you wake up and look and see your door was kicked in and wonder what happened, or did you remember some of that?
No, because I woke up to police waking me up.
What?
Yeah, no kidding. I am surrounded by police, and I'm the only one there. I have no idea where Paul is. It's super scary. And then they put me in handcuffs.
What?
Why are we all shocked by this? A door got kicked in an apartment building. They walk in and there's a girl passed out on the couch.
But why is she arrested?
In your mind, Natalie, you're probably yeah, this party just got better. Hello, officers.
No, I needed some beauty rest. I was really shocked.
Oh my God, I would have been scared out of my mind. What happened when they put you in handcuffs?
Oh, I did not understand why. Like, because, you know, why would I be in handcuffs in my own place? Turns out that it was not my place. It was my neighbor's place. We have these identical buildings, and I totally screwed up.
You were hammered. Oh, no.
I knew how to get home. I just, like, miscalculated by a few doors.
So you kicked in the door to your neighbor's place and made out on their couch and fell asleep.
Yeah.
Epic night.
You were so
Yeah.
drunk that you made out in someone else's apartment and didn't realize it was your own place?
Yeah, best night ever. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. All right. You know what? I was a little skeptical when I saw your email saying it was the best night, craziest night ever, but now I kind of agree with you. That is definitely a crazy night.
Yeah, it was totally crazy, but here's my problem. Paul wasn't there when I woke up, and I haven't been able to get in touch with him at all. Like, I've texted, I've called, I have no idea, like, where he is, if he's okay. Like, I don't know. I need help.
Again, shouldn't you just leave this to craziest night ever and not pursue Paul anymore?
No, because Paul, like, I feel like we had so much fun, like, that's just not normal fun. Like, he's super dreamy.
Yeah. Any guy that will do a little breaking and entering on your behalf is definitely someone who you want to keep around for sure.
I'm not even sure if Paul knows what happened. Like, it was so crazy waking up to police, and he doesn't even know that. Like, he would die over that story.
I will say, if I was Paul, I'd want to know that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
All right.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, some ladies like a little TLC when it comes to relationships. But Natalie's on the phone, and Natalie's the type of woman that prefers a little B&E. That's breaking and entering. Natalie can't get enough because that's how she spent her first date with the guy she wants to call today. His name is Paul, and she met Paul while she was out partying for her birthday. He's a bartender, and they went back to her place after the clubs closed down. Only problem is, it wasn't her place, and she was so drunk she didn't know that. It was right next door, I guess, looks similar. But she had him kick in the door, and then they made out on the couch, and she passed out. When she woke up, she was in handcuffs for breaking into her neighbor's house, and now she can't get him on the phone to find out why he won't call her back. All right, Natalie, you ready?
Yeah, I want to know.
You're both so cheerful after a recap like that. All right, cool. So
I'm excited.
you got arrested for breaking down your neighbor's door because you thought it was your house. No big deal.
I'm super excited about it.
Best night ever.
Exactly. Do you think that, I mean, outside of the whole cop situation and the door breaking down, do you think that you did something embarrassing while you were drunk?
I really don't think so. I mean, I'm pretty fun drunk.
Yeah.
And I still claim that I was tipsy, you know? Like, it was fun.
Okay.
I was tipsy.
You still claim that you were tipsy, although you went to the wrong house, had him break down the door because you couldn't get in, and then didn't even remember when he left or going to bed or anything.
Okay, fine. I was extra tipsy. I was E.T.
Oh, you were hammered,
All right.
but whatever.
Okay, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Yay.
Hello?
Can I speak to Paul, please?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, what's up, Paul? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm assuming you probably don't know what Brooke and Jubal in the morning is because you're a bartender and you work late at night and we work early mornings.
Yeah. What are you?
Well, my name is Jubal and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's me, and then Brooke is also here.
Hey, Paul.
And Jose is here as well.
Hey, what up?
Okay.
Yes.
So, why are you calling me?
Well, because we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Who would that be?
Well, it's a girl that you met while you were working at the bar. I guess you're a bartender?
Yeah, that narrows it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I meet a lot of women on the bar.
We heard you were
I figured.
a dreamy bartender.
Well, I won't deny that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I figured you'd meet a lot of women, but this one I think you would remember because you kicked down a door for her.
Okay. That was Natalie.
Yes, it was.
All right.
It was Natalie, and she emailed us and told us about your crazy night. She also said that you haven't texted her or called her back since then, and she's wondering why.
Oh boy, yeah, that was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had.
Okay, wait, I have to know. How long did you stay that night?
Hold on, how much do you guys know?
Well, we know that she was pretty hammered, and then you guys went back to her place, and she didn't have her keys, so she had you kick the door in, and then you made out on the couch before she fell asleep. That's all she told us.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, it was going great. The date was fine, and she was pretty drunk, but, I mean, we made out, and that was it, and she passed out on the couch, so I put a blanket over her, and I left the apartment, and then in the morning, which was like 2-3 hours later, I checked back in on her with some coffee and a bagel because I knew she'd be pretty hungover.
That's really nice of you.
Well, thank you. I guess I am a dreamboat.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe that may be the most shocking part of this whole thing to me.
Yeah.
So what'd you find?
I'm outside the place with the coffee, and there's a ton of cops, and I'm asking this girl next to me, like, what happened? And she says that apparently someone broke into one of the apartments the night before.
And you're like, oh, I think I know who that was.
Yeah, that was me. So as soon as I heard what happened, I'm knowing, like, okay, they're all looking for me, so I probably shouldn't speak up or say anything about this. Yeah. So I just hung out and drank that coffee outside. And,
just to see what would happen next?
Yeah, well, actually, I was chatting with the girl who told me the story, and she was actually pretty good looking, and we hit it off pretty nicely, and I haven't said anything about that night to anyone until right now.
Wait.
Oh.
You were hitting on the girl?
Well, she was kind of hitting on me a little more, but yeah, we chatted outside for a bit, and we're still hanging out. We're still seeing each other.
And she doesn't know the story?
That's awesome. Yeah, does she have any idea? And so you've never told her that you were the one that kicked in that door?
No, I was just a passerby on the street.
Just checking it out.
Yeah.
Coffee and bagel in hand.
And now you're dating someone that lives in the same building as Natalie.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
Oh my God, it got crazier.
Yeah. Man, Natalie, I don't think is going to take this well.
Well, I wasn't planning on telling her.
Yeah, but unfortunately you kind of did, because Natalie's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Come on.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Holy she's really there? Oh my God, I thought you were kidding.
Nope. Sorry. I know you wish I was.
Well, we're talking to some other girl. Who is it? Because I know just about everybody in my complex. Who is it? And they are not you. Who is it, Paul?
I'm not getting them in trouble too. Look, you don't need to freak out. We're not even dating. You're not my girlfriend.
Freaking out. I just wonder you can't even call me back. What's the big deal? Send me a text.
You were so drunk I didn't even know you'd remember me.
Okay, I was tipsy and we had so much fun.
Hold on. No, you fell asleep while we were making out.
Yeah, because I felt really comfortable with you.
Oh,
that's what it was.
Oh my God. That was the best line you maybe have said this whole time, Natalie.
You felt so comfortable that you fell asleep mid-kiss.
What's the big deal? It was my birthday. We spent my birthday together. That was special.
Oh.
It was so crazy. I literally was put in handcuffs. You would have died.
Well, actually, I did see you in those handcuffs when they were walking you out of the building. But, I don't know, I was having a pretty good conversation.
Oh, that's cold. What does she have that I don't have? Really, put us head to head. What does she have that I don't? Exactly. Can't even think of it.
She hasn't fallen asleep while making out yet.
Oh my God, you were just as tipsy. We did shots together.
I will say, Paul, I mean, you must have liked her if you were going to bring her a bagel and coffee for recovery time.
We had fun. I'll admit that, yeah.
Are you exclusive with this new girl, or is it just still in the casual dating phase?
We're figuring it out.
Well, let's figure it out, too.
I mean, isn't all this kind of weird for you, hearing that I talked with this other girl and everything? You really want to see me again?
Yeah, I do. I mean, like, whatever. Life is life. Things happen. But I think we had something. And I just want to have more fun with you.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's just hang out. You're fresh. Yeah.
I'd be down to hang out. I just don't think we should hang out around your apartment building.
Oh, my God. That is so sketchy, Paul.
And then, Paul, would you like to go out on a second date with Natalie? We'll pay for it.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
I told you.
I knew it. I knew it.
Red flags everywhere.
We're going to have some
Yeah,
fun.
great. I mean, I'm down. Again, though, like, not around your apartment.
Oh, my God. Paul, is this because you broke down the door or because of the other girl?
A little bit of both.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, well, that's going to end badly. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Natalie wanted to call this dude Paul. He's a hot bartender. And they met up one night while he was working and then went back to her place and she was hammered and didn't have her keys, so he kicked in the door for her. She ended up falling asleep on the couch. The only problem is she was so drunk, she was at the wrong house. And he kicked in the door and she fell asleep on somebody's couch, and then the cops came and it was a big ordeal. But we got him on the phone and asked him why he wasn't calling back, because he had left before the cops showed up and all that stuff. But he said he was coming back, and then he saw the cops there, and he didn't go into the apartment area because he didn't want to get arrested for breaking and entering. And he ended up hanging out with somebody outside, one of her neighbors, and started talking to her, and he liked her a lot. But at the end of it, she's like, we can still link up because I guarantee you I'm better than my neighbor.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, cool, but can't be at your apartment building. She's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So.
And I like how her reaction was like, who is it? Everyone that I live next to is ugly.
Yeah.
Like, my God, woman.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Napa know-how. Right now, you can get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail with the purchase of a Napa Legend Premium Battery. Its superior durability, capacity, and power make it the obvious choice for people who hate getting stranded by a dead car battery. So pretty much everyone. The Napa Legend Premium Battery and $20 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 2/28/18.
92.5.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I always love it when I receive emails or even text messages in all caps. The email that we got about today's second date update was primarily in all caps and exclamation points everywhere.
Was it not from Kanye West?
No, it wasn't. It was from Anthony. Anthony, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. I expected him to be like, hey, what's up? How are you? From the way that your email was written.
Oh, my God.
You were a very excitable guy, Anthony.
Oh, yeah, I just think I blew it with this girl.
You sound like you're about to cry right now. Are you all right?
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit upset. I'm sorry.
Okay. Who is this girl, Anthony?
Her name is Trisha. She was a friend of a friend hooked, set us up on a date. It's been a long time since I've gone out on a date because I was in a relationship.
Anthony, are you crying?
I'm trying to get it together. I'm sorry.
Are you really crying?
And that's okay if he is, Jubal.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Hey, he really likes this girl.
I like men who are comfortable crying.
Yeah, but you went. Tell us about the girl,
You're
Anthony.
right.
She's just real sweet. She's got really beautiful hair. It smells great, and she's got a funny laugh. And she just seemed like a really nice person.
Okay. What'd you do on your date, Anthony?
I was afraid of doing anything too romantic and too forward, so I got ice cream and, looked at the water and had dinner. It was just a really nice, fun time.
I'm sorry that I judged you. I'm almost in tears right now.
Stop
That
it.
sounded like.
I think, Anthony, what people are curious about is, like, how can you get so attached to a woman that it makes you cry when you've only gone on one date with her?
Well, part of it's her, because she seemed like she really liked me. And then, like I said, I've not done this a lot. I dated my high school girlfriend since I was a freshman in high school, and then we were together until a year ago.
Okay.
So that's all you've had. You've had one serious girlfriend ever.
So like 10 years?
Yeah.
And never dated.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we need to.
That explains a little bit.
Yep, it does. So how did the date end between you guys? Did you weep into her neck while she held you?
We just hugged because, I don't like to kiss on the first date because, I want to have like a nice, memorable thing
Okay.
that everything else is built on.
Now, your email said you'd be really devastated if you never found out why.
Well, I mean, if I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, right? So it'd be nice if I could figure it out.
I know you're new to this, but it's one date, dude. You get blown off a lot in the dating world.
It's
Believe
true.
me.
Yeah, but she seemed to really like me, and she was so sweet, and she's got the best smelling hair ever.
Okay. You brought up the hair twice.
So you didn't freak out about her hair the whole time on the date, right? Because that could freak a girl out.
I didn't mention it.
Okay. It sounds like you were really, really into her hair.
Well, it's really pretty, and she looks like a shampoo commercial girl. It's great. I don't want this to sound weird or anything. I just really felt like a strong connection with her, and I just don't want to lose that.
Okay.
I don't think that comes along every day.
So, Anthony, little concerned about your emotional state. I just want to prepare you. Like, a lot of times when we get the other person on the phone, they can say some negative or maybe some unflattering things. Are you prepared for that?
I think I'll be okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. It's already upset.
This is
Wow.
going to end poorly.
Not to make you wait any longer, we're going to play a song.
Oh, no.
Come back and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You guys think Anthony's been huddled in a ball in the corner, weeping
Yeah.
during that whole song?
Listening to a really sad song, like True Colors or something.
Anthony, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Oh, God, I feel so bad.
My heart was beating so fast in that last song. It was just...
If anybody's just tuning in for the second date update, Anthony called us about a girl named Trisha that he went out on a date with. The first person he's been out with in how long, Anthony?
Well, since my girlfriend and I broke up a year ago.
And his first real adult date, period.
Yeah,
You've
because-
never dated before.
He met her in high school. They dated for a long time.
Can I give you some advice, Anthony?
Okay.
Anthony, are you for real freaking out this much?
I just haven't dated a whole lot. And I knew she was special. Everything about her was so right.
You gotta try to pull yourself together a little bit.
Pull yourself together, Anthony.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you? It is one date, and this does not sound attractive. I am sorry. He needs a little tough love right now. Anthony, I want you to stand up straight, pull your shoulders back, and get ready to do this like a man.
Okay.
You never know. Anthony could have met the love of your life that night. This is very important, Anthony.
Okay, Jubal,
What?
we just went through a whole power him up thing.
I know, but I just want to let him know how important this thing is, and he should be very nervous.
No.
I am nervous.
I know, Anthony. I know. You're an emotional dude. I get it. But put your phone on mute if you start to, hyperventilate or cry.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. Anthony, you still there?
I'm here.
All right, I just want to make sure you didn't pass out.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Trisha.
This is she.
Hey, Trisha, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How's it going?
Good.
You recently went out with a friend of mine.
I did?
Yeah. His name is Anthony. You remember going out with a guy named Anthony?
I do. How is he? Wait. Okay, you're on the radio and he's your friend.
I'm on the radio, so I have lots of friends.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and Anthony happens to be one of them.
Okay.
And he said that he really enjoyed the date with you and thought that you guys were going to go out again, but you haven't called him back or responded to any of his messages or voicemails or any of that. So I wanted to call you and ask if he did something wrong on the date.
That's just weird that he's having you call for him, but he did have a really great time on the date. That's true.
He did? Did you not have a good time then?
I mean, I had a good time, but I think that Anthony had a really good time. Like,
Was he just too eager on the date?
well, it wasn't really on the date. It was afterwards.
What do you mean?
He tweeted like 5 times about our date within like 2 hours.
So
what?
He went back after your date and just started tweeting about it?
Yeah, he was like, he tweeted "Lonely No More," "Most amazing date of my life."
Oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is horrible. What were you?
Well, wait, it gets better. It was like, is this what love really feels like? With exclamation points and question marks.
Are you scared at this point, Trisha?
I mean, yeah, especially, okay, how about this one? At last, my love has come. And he did, in parentheses, put Etta James.
Oh, no, really? He's quoting Etta James on his Twitter feed. Trisha?
Yeah.
I should also let you know that Anthony is currently on the other line right now, listening to this conversation.
Are you serious?
Hi.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry if it creeped you out a little bit. I mean, I was just trying to make a really nice evening for you, and
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
Oh, my God.
I thought we were having fun.
Okay, well, the date was very nice. You took me out on a very nice date, and it was fun. But seriously, Anthony, you tweeted, "Oh, my God, freaking out. I think I hear church bells."
Oh, isn't that a romantic thing to say? I mean, isn't that what every
Yeah, we were
every
together
girl
for like
dreams about?
3 years.
The right guy and getting together and living happily ever after.
Are you crying?
No.
Oh, my God, this is a joke, right? There's no way you're crying right now.
No.
I think he has allergies. I think that's what it is. Trisha, Anthony's an emotional guy.
Anthony needs therapy.
Amen. I am sorry.
Trisha, Anthony, let me help you out a little bit. Trisha, if you didn't know, Anthony just got out of a long relationship with his high school sweetheart. You're the first girl he's been on a date with since high school.
Dude, be single for a while. Seriously, there's so many great things about being single. Like, go experience life a little bit before you tie yourself into a relationship.
Yes, Anthony, it's okay to be single and experience things by yourself. It's actually a very fun time. You can do it.
Okay.
Anthony, you need to really, dating is hard and it's going to hurt. But you need to find some confidence, dude. What do you like about yourself?
I think I'm charming and I'm good looking. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Trish thought you were good looking, didn't you?
Yes, he's very attractive.
See? She thinks you're good looking.
Okay.
Now, Trish, if you could give one piece of advice to Anthony, what would it be?
Yeah, stop crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, the date was really sweet. And I think that maybe if he just, the charming part of it all was very nice. But the clinginess and the, just all of a sudden feeling like you were owned by, I mean, I don't know. He needs to baby step it. Baby step.
Okay.
That's good advice.
Anthony, you'd like to go out with Trisha again, right?
Yeah, I would very much.
Oh, look at
Do you think you can hold it together and not be too clingy?
Yes. I'll work on that. I'll be good at that.
At this point, I would like to ask you if you'd like to go on a second date with Anthony.
Hey.
Trisha, do you want to give him another shot? We will send you guys out. We'll pay for it if you go out with Anthony one more time.
I think I'd rather set him up with one of my friends.
A friend that you dislike or what?
If I go out with him again and this happens, then it is going to cost me something because now I'm going to be the mean girl. And I don't want to be the mean girl. And I just feel like he needs a little bit more time to be single.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Sorry, Anthony, but you got your answer, and now you know.
Okay.
Maybe take some time to yourself, especially if you haven't dated in a while. The first girl that you go out with, you will, fall for her because you'll think that she's awesome because she's something different than what you've been used to.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to kind of, check your emotions a little bit.
You mean I should, not share, all of myself right away?
No, definitely don't. Wait till, the third date for the crying.
I was going to say the third year.
Okay, guys, thanks for trying.
Do like everybody else and save the tears for the bedroom.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Seriously, Anthony, you tweeted, "Oh my God, freaking out. I think I hear church bells."
Oh, isn't that a romantic thing to say? I mean, isn't that what every...
Yeah,
isn't
we
that
were
what every
together for
girlfriend's about?
3 years.
The right guy and getting together and living happily ever after.
Are you crying?
No.
Text in at 78592 says, poor guy, he sounds like a sweetheart, but definitely not ready for dating yet.
Yeah.
Unstable.
That was a clip from today's second date update. If you missed it, Anthony and Trisha went on a date. She wasn't calling him back. Why? Because when she got done with the date, she went home and saw that he was tweeting a bunch of things about how amazing it was and how... basically what happened right there, and then he started to kind of cry and was very emotional. So
the guy hasn't dated anyone since high school, man.
Yeah.
And I just have this feeling that his ex isn't sitting around crying. I bet she's maybe celebrating.
Yeah.
Her
Probably.
newfound freedom,
She's
right?
probably doing okay.
Yeah.
And he's not okay with that.
No, he's not.
And I'm all for a guy crying. I'm an emotional
Absolutely.
guy. I cry all the time. But that was something's a little off with him. He is literally bawling after one date.
There's sometimes when you got to keep it together a little bit.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
That's time to cry in private after a first date.
And that's for both genders.
Yeah.
Nobody should be crying on a first date. It doesn't matter if you're man, you're woman, who you're dating.
That's gonna
what's going on.
Scare anybody away.
Yeah. I mean, unless someone dies. I think that's the only time it's okay to cry on the first date.
Yeah, no matter what. If you go out with someone and then after that they're tweeting about how it was the most amazing date experience and their heart is ready to love again and they're in tears and they can't do anything but think about you after a first date, that's probably going to scare you off.
But do you know what? It doesn't scare everybody off because we just got a text in that says, "Oh, I'll go out with Anthony."
Yeah. They're into it.
Yeah.
See, some people might like that. They might both be this. They both be tweeting the same thing and both crying and calling each other and talking about how they've met the love of their life after one dinner date.
And then I heard him on the second date, and I just couldn't handle it.
God, I mean, if they're crying after one date, can you imagine the tears after the breakup?
Oh man, it'd be really tough.
Yeah.
So they decided not to go out again. Well, she decided not to go out with him again.
Yeah.
But he'll be all right
Wait.
eventually. Maybe with some therapy and something. He'll be okay. He'll get through this tough time in his life. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.